Life throws storms at you. Real storms, the kind that shake your world and leave you wondering if the sun will ever shine again. Sometimes these storms are outside, loud and obvious, but other times, they rage quietly inside, hidden from everyone else. For Adam, the storm outside was nothing compared to the one inside. The rain on the windows was just background noise to the chaos in his mind. Rain hammered Northwood High, drumming against the glass, but the real trouble was in the hallway, where the air felt heavy and tense. Adam tried to be invisible, to blend into the walls, but Mark and his crew always seemed to find him, no matter how small he tried to make himself. They shoved him, sneering about his worn shoes and sick mom, their words sharp as the rain outside. Every insult was a reminder of everything he couldn't control. Adam just stood there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles turned white, taking it all in silence. He wanted to fight back, but he was too tired, too worn down. He was exhausted from working nights at a diner to help his mom, barely sleeping, barely eating, just trying to keep their heads above water. Every taunt turned up the pressure inside him, making it harder to breathe, harder to think. The weight of it all pressed down on his chest. He was failing classes, not because he was dumb, but because his mind was elsewhere, on bills piling up at home, on his mom's cough, on whether there'd be enough to eat tomorrow. Schoolwork felt pointless compared to survival. School was just another burden, another place where he felt like he was falling behind, unable to catch up. Pain made him invisible, but also a target. He moved through the halls like a ghost, hoping no one would notice, but they always did. Mark and his friends fed on his struggle, their laughter echoing in his ears long after the hallway was empty. Adam's report card was a sea of red ink, each mark a reminder of how far he was sinking, how hard it was to keep going. He started to believe he was a loser, that maybe everyone else was right about him. The voice in his head grew louder with every failure. In that hallway, with the rain pounding and the world closing in, Adam felt like he was drowning, gasping for air that never came. No one seemed to notice. He was just another face in the crowd, another story no one wanted to hear. He was alone, battered by storms inside and out, each day a struggle just to make it through. But sometimes, even in the darkest moments, the smallest light can break through the clouds. And for Adam, hope was still out there, waiting to be found. Just when Adam was about to give up, when the weight of loneliness and defeat felt too heavy to carry, hope appeared in the most unexpected way. He sat slumped against the cold hallway wall, his thoughts swirling with self-doubt and exhaustion. The world felt indifferent, and Adam wondered if anyone would ever notice his silent struggle. At that moment, Ms. Clark, the history teacher known for her sharp wit and kind eyes, stepped out of room 204. She paused, scanning the hallway, her gaze landing on Adam. There was a quiet concern in her expression, a sense that she truly saw what others missed. Her voice was calm, but commanding. "Mark, that's enough!" The words cut through the tension like a lifeline. The bullies, startled by her authority, scattered in all directions, leaving Adam trembling but safe. In that instant, the chaos faded, replaced by a fragile silence. Ms. Clark knelt beside Adam, gathering his scattered books with steady hands. There was no pity in her eyes, just genuine understanding. "Rough day, Adam?" she asked gently, her voice soft but strong. Adam nodded, bracing himself for a lecture or empty words, but instead, she reached into her bag and handed him a brown paper sack. "I made too much chili. You'd be doing me a favor if you took this," she said with a warm smile. It wasn't just food, it was a gesture of care, a reminder that someone noticed and wanted to help. For the first time in a long while, Adam felt seen, not as a problem, but as a person who mattered. Ms. Clark placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "You're smart, Adam. Don't let anyone, not even yourself, tell you otherwise." Her words carried weight, filled with belief and encouragement. She saw potential where others saw only struggle or failure. In that brief exchange, something shifted inside Adam. A spark of hope ignited. Her kindness planted a seed deep within him. She gave him more than a meal. She offered belief, dignity, and a sense of belonging. Words can build or break you, and hers lifted him up when he needed it most. That moment became a turning point, a memory he would carry for years. Adam clutched the chili, feeling a flicker of hope warming him from the inside. It was the first step out of the darkness, a reminder that even in the hardest times, a single act of kindness can change the course of a life. Sometimes, all it takes is one person to truly see you, and that can change everything. To truly understand Adam, you have to see his world through his eyes. Home was a cramped apartment, heavy with worry and uncertainty. His mom was sick, and the bills piled high on the kitchen table. Adam worked nights at a diner, then tried to do homework with a tired, foggy mind. He lived an adult life, all in a teenager's body. Teachers saw failing grades, not the exhaustion behind them. But Ms. Clark noticed the truth. She saw past the tired eyes and the bad grades he carried. She knew sometimes you have to show a kid they matter before you can teach them anything else at all. While others wrote him off, she looked for ways to help and support him. That made all the difference in Adam's life. Just as Adam found hope, life hit back. He had started to believe things could get better, that maybe, just maybe, he could finally fit in and find his place. One morning, Ms. Clark was gone. Her desk sat empty, her chair pushed in, as if she'd simply vanished overnight. The principal announced budget cuts, Ms. Clark's last day. The news echoed through the halls, leaving a heavy silence in its wake. Adam was crushed. She was the only good thing about school. Without her, the days felt longer, the classrooms colder, and the future uncertain. After class, he found her packing up. The room felt emptier with every book she placed in a box. "It's not fair," he said, anger and sadness mixing. His voice trembled, the words barely louder than a whisper. Miss Clark put her hands on his shoulders. "Life isn't always fair, Adam, but that doesn't change who you are." Her eyes were kind, steady, even as her own heart broke. "My leaving doesn't take away your potential. Don't give up. Promise me." She spoke with conviction, as if willing him to believe in himself the way she always had. Adam nodded, tears in his eyes. He wanted to say more, but the words caught in his throat. Even as she lost her job, she was still fighting for him. Her strength in that moment was a lesson he'd never forget. Her words became his anchor. In the storm of change, they grounded him, reminding him of his worth. Sometimes, the people who help us most are the ones fighting their own battles. Ms. Clark was proof that courage can be quiet, and support can come from those who are struggling too. Ms. Clark's belief in Adam didn't end with her job. Her encouragement lingered, echoing in his mind during the hardest days. It stayed with him, even as the world tried to pull him under. When he felt lost, her words lit the way forward. That promise was a lifeline. It was a thread he could hold on to, a reminder that someone believed in him, no matter what. When hope is all you have, it's enough to keep going. Even a small spark can light up the darkest moments. Adam held on to her words. They became his shield against doubt and fear. He wasn't alone after all. Ms. Clark's faith in him was a quiet presence, reminding him that he mattered, and that he could keep moving forward, no matter what life threw his way. Losing Ms. Clark felt like losing his anchor. The school grew colder, the bullies bolder. Adam slipped back into darkness, ready to quit. But her words echoed, "Don't you dare give up." That promise became his lifeline. He opened his history book, determined to keep his word. He set a small goal, pass one test. He studied hard, not for a grade, but to prove her right. When he got a B+, it felt like gold. That one grade was a turning point. Problems didn't vanish, but something inside him shifted. He wasn't just surviving, he was fighting. Hope, once sparked, is hard to extinguish. Adam realized he could do more than just get by. He could rise. Ms. Clark's belief became his own. He wasn't letting go. Years passed, and Adam's story became a comeback. He kept his promise, through setbacks and long nights. He graduated high school, then community college, working 2 jobs. He studied business, fueled by memories of struggle. Adam started a tech company from his apartment. Success followed, but he never forgot the boy in busted shoes. He hired people who needed a chance, started a scholarship foundation. His mom got better, thanks to his success. Through it all, he remembered Ms. Clark. He searched for her, wanting to say thank you. She'd moved away, and he never got the chance. But her kindness shaped his life. Adam paid it forward, helping others as she helped him. Gratitude became his guiding light. He owed everything to the teacher who believed in him. One day, life came full circle. Adam's foundation was hiring a new director. He saw a familiar name, Eleanor Clark. She'd spent years as a substitute, never finding a permanent home. Adam scheduled an interview. When she walked in, older but with the same kind eyes, she didn't recognize him. He reminded her, "You once gave a student hope and a bag of chili." Ms. Clark realized who he was. "Adam," she whispered, tears in her eyes. They hugged, both overwhelmed. "I never broke my promise," Adam said. "Everything I am, I owe to you." He offered her the job, no interview needed. "I want you to run my foundation, change lives, just like you changed mine." One act of kindness had rippled through years. Ms. Clark thought she was just helping a struggling kid, She had no idea she was shaping a future leader. Never underestimate the power of hope. A little kindness can change a life, and the world. That's a story worth telling.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.